Hi, this is Scott Mentz, President of Boogie Lights, and we're here again today with another instructional video. Today we're going to talk about lighting up the front wheel of your motorcycle. There's a lot of interest in doing this. Generally, it's the next thing people do after lighting their engine, and a lot of people do everything all at once. And it's a very simple matter to do. In this case, on our Dyna Lowrider here, we're going to be adding some chrome braid to the covering of the wire that's going to run up along the steel brake line he has on his bike. And that way this wire will blend right in with the brake line and you'll hardly notice there's a wire running up there. The light itself that we'll be using is one of our 5 LED step lights. And I'm going to come back here in the light and get my little zoomer, and we'll zoom in a little bit here so you can see this closer. The 5 LED step light is an ideal fixture, an ideal pod to use on the front wheel because it can be easily placed on the inside of the brake caliper. And when you do that, it'll blend in with the caliper. In this case, he has a black brake caliper, so I'm using a light with a black case. We also have these lights with chrome cases. So if you've got a chromed caliper, of course you'd use a chrome case. But these are nice to use because there's 5 LEDs inside this pod, and each one of them is pointing in a slightly different direction. The one at the end points out the furthest, and this one points out at about a 20-degree angle, and this one here points straight down. And what that does on your wheel is it gives you a nice spread of light that goes out and hits just about the entire wheel. And when the wheel turns, it just looks real cool. And all it is one more light and a little bit of chrome braiding. So it's a very inexpensive upgrade to your engine lighting kit. As I said, the LED pod, the 5 light step from Boogie Lights, will be attached right to the inside of the brake caliper, and that will angle down at about a 45-degree angle. Have my cameraman bring the camera down just a little bit there. Get right in on it. And we're going to place that on the inside of the caliper at about a 45-degree angle or so down, maybe a little bit further forward. What I don't want to do is position this so it's facing straight forward. That could be a problem in terms of having the wrong color light shine forward off your bike. You want the light to shine down. And you'll see the case itself is almost completely camouflaged. A casual observer of your bike wouldn't even know that it was there. So this is where the light will mount. Now we're going to put the chrome braid over the LED wire that extends from the light. Here's my chrome braid, which we sell by the foot, and you can order this from our website if you have steel lines that you want to run wire up. And you need to open this braid up. It works kind of like those Chinese handcuffs. When you press in, it opens up, and when you pull out, it gets tighter and thinner. So what I'm doing is I'm trying to get it opened here. I'm trying to get it started. And I'm just I want to get a little tool or something to get in there. I'm using my knife here just to open it up and get it so I can see the center, like so. Then I'm going to I use this long screwdriver. For me, this works really well because I can bring this material right over the end of the screwdriver like so, and then just kind of work it up by pushing forward on it. You see, when I push it, it opens up and allows it to slide. Just a little bit at a time. You know, once you get the rhythm down, it's one of those things you can kind of go with it. But you have to kind of push it on while you pull it back. Otherwise, when you pull it back, it will tighten up. So push and pull at the same time. And we just want to open up the length of this so that we can slip our wire through it. That's what we're doing. There goes my my spool. You won't have to worry about that. Yours won't come on a spool. And I'm going to give myself enough to get all the way up that brake line. So I've got it all the way up my screwdriver now, and I'm going to cut it. I'm going to use my scissors again, cut it off, and now I can slide it off the screwdriver and take my LED wire, lost my light for a minute there, and just slide it down. Actually, it's better if it doesn't have those little, I'm going to actually cut off. I'm going to cut off these little ends here so I don't have those getting hung up in the braid. And then I'll just slide this down through, make a little snake here. It's coming. It's on its way. Remember when those strings in your pants came out? It's the same thing you have to do. You have to kind of inch it, just like a pair of sweatpants when that little pull string gets stuck in there. It's the same idea. And now I'm going to take this and pull it the other way to make it thin, like so. And now it actually comes a little bit beyond my wire. I've got a little too much here. So I will cut that off. Actually, what I'll do is get my wire out here. And either cut it off, or I can just kind of reposition it a little. I guess I'm going to have to cut it. I'm going to take that off. Then you'll notice on this end it's a little bit rough. It's you can see the frayed. It's frayed a little bit along there. So what I'm going to do, gosh, I need light, don't I? I need my cameraman to follow me here. There we go. What I'm going to do, bring the camera up or down just a little bit more there, Steve. There we go. And I'm going to, yeah, now we can see it. I'm going to put a heat shrink right over there. I'm going to take a piece of heat shrink, and this heat shrink tubing comes with our chrome braid kits. I'm going to take a piece of heat shrink over here, one of these that come in our wiring kits, and that go over the butt connectors, and I'm going to cut it.